Hey guys, my name's Karen. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. So I know my last video was a little like everywhere. It wasn't necessarily like the best quality content. So this video we're going to try to do just a little bit better. I'm not going to say that it's going to be perfect, but we're going to do a little bit better. So today I wanted to do a video of I'm just going to do my makeup, but I'm using all drugstore products or drugstore priced products. So we might have a little bit of color pop, you know, other things that are online but are at a drugstore price. So if you want to see a video where we do some drugstore makeup, then go ahead and keep watching. Okay guys, so to start today, I did already prime my skin because unfortunately I could not find my drugstore primer. Now I do have quite a few drugstore primers, but it went missing because I haven't been using, I've been trying a different combination recently. So I'm not quite sure what happened to it, but they do have a primer from ColourPop, and it's in an orange tube. I can't exactly remember the name of it, but it is a really, really nice hydrating primer. I do enjoy that primer quite a bit. It's very nice. But just for the people who do want to know what I used to prime with today, I did use the Tarte base tape, and it is a hydrating primer. I am like my last video, I said that I'm trying it out, I'm kind of testing it, and I really do enjoy it. It doesn't make my skin, my foundation, like slide. It's a very nice primer. And I also, in my problem areas where I do have enlarged pores, I do use the Clean Slate primer by Tarte, just in specific areas, because it is a very, very thick pore filling primer. So those I did use as my primer. So we are going to move on to our brows. I am going to do my brows. I always do my brows before my foundation, so that way I don't mess my foundation up, because I am not the best at my brows, but sometimes I do feel like they need to be filled in just a little bit. So we are going to use the Brow Precise pencil, and again on here I don't know why they do not have a name on it, like the name of the color, but I just use a darker brown shade. But how I fill in my eyebrows is I don't do a whole lot. I just go right here under the brow, and then I kind of just feather in on the top just to kind of fill in the brow. I already have pretty bold brows, so I just like to color them in a little bit, just fill them in a few places, just so it my whole brow is one, just like that. So this is kind of all I do to my brows. I would go over with a brow gel, but I only have the Anastasia brow gel. So I am going to start investing in more makeup of like all kinds of varieties. So, but for the time being, I don't have a drugstore brow gel to use. So, let's move along. So, we are going to use this the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation, and I do use the color 420. So, it looks like this. Beautiful foundation. I really do enjoy this foundation. I know I used it in my last video. My next video, I promise I will use something else, but for the circumstances of why I'm getting ready today, I want something a little more dewy, a little more fresh, not as matte, because most of my foundations are matte foundations. So we're just going to do a couple pumps of this foundation. Alright. Okay. Perfect. Let's see here. Alright, as you see, I'm going to zoom you in just a little bit. As soon as we focus. There we go. See, I do have large pores, and that primer that I used, it does really help the pores. Now, they don't go completely away due to the fact that I have quite large. A little bit of concealer. I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Defined Concealer. I just put my hand in front of it. Conceal and Define Concealer. You can't really see, but not very expensive. I think it's like $8. I think you can actually buy this at Ulta now. I did get mine online, but I'm pretty sure you can buy it on Ulta, at Ulta. I am using shade C2. Let's hope it's not too dark. Oh, no. That's really, really nice. Okay. I'm just gonna put, I don't put a whole lot of concealer on. I do very minimal amounts. So, I know it looks like I'm putting a whole lot, but I'm really honestly not putting a whole lot on. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to take the other end of my beauty sponge. This is an e.l.f. sponge. Yeah, this is from e.l.f. And I really think it was, I think it was like $4. It's very, very squishy, very soft, it's a really, really nice sponge. And I'm just going to blend that concealer out. See, and it's just so smooth. And see, and powder my under eyes because I do want to set it because I don't really want it to crease, and I'm going to be in some really hot weather later today. I am going to 2 cookouts today at 2 different places. Today is Memorial Day, so I do have a couple things to do today. So I don't want my foundation or my concealer to move around or get yucky. So we are going to go ahead and use the ColourPop No Filter Setting Powder today. And we are using it in the color Translucent. I do really enjoy this powder. Even when I was having rough, like my skin was not at its best, this powder just is absolutely amazing. It is flawless. So I do take my beauty sponge and I just dip into the powder, and I do put it under here. I know I put quite a lot, but I don't always necessarily bake. We're not baking today. I'm just putting a lot under there because I do not want any creasing. And this powder it's literally like velvet. It just makes your skin just look beautiful. And so I'm going to do the same to this side. I did take the excess of what was left over on this side, and I'm just going to kind of just really press it into my skin kind of everywhere. So I am now, because I don't want to bake. Oh, look, I think it goes. So I am going to take this brush. It's from Doll's Kill. My husband got it for me, so I don't have a number or anything for you. And then I just dust. I'm feeling to see if my skin is not really tacky at all. So I do enjoy this powder. It just absolutely makes you flawless. So, alright, moving along, I am going to bronze next, and of course, like every other YouTuber on the planet, I am going to use Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. So I am going to take my favorite brush to bronze with, which is the BH Cosmetics. They, like, all of their brushes are like numbered 1 through something. They don't change like Morphe. I do really enjoy BH Cosmetics brushes. They're very, very soft and they really blend very well. But this is the brush I'm using. It's number 1 in the colorful one. I'm not sure which. This bronzer smells so delicious. So, alright, like last time, we're going to start back here, and I'm going to kind of work work it in. This is a great bronzer if you're just looking to get kind of a nice little summer glow, because it does have a little bit of shimmer, just like the tiniest little amount. It just kind of like brings a little bit of life to your face. See how beautiful that is, y'all? Oh, it's just absolutely stunning. Alright, let's do the same for this side. Alright, see how just, oh gosh, it's just so pretty. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And then I'm just going to take kind of, I dabbed once, but I'm really just using a lot of the excess and I'm tapping off. And then I'm just going to go ahead around the perimeter of my face. Kind of shorten that forehead a little bit. Okay, now I do like to kind of clean my bronzer up because I do get a little wild with it. I don't like to use it as contour, but I do like to clean my bronzer up just a hair. So I do this just a little bit. And I do the same for that side. Now, I'm going to go back to my powder, the brush that I use for my powder. It is a lot more of a dense brush than what I use for my bronzer. My bronzer is a very like fluffy, and this is more of a denser brush. So with the denser brush, I'm just going to brush it back and just kind of like get rid of that harsh line, because I'm not that big of a fan. And it's a lot harsher in the camera than it is like in person. And it's just beautiful. Alright, perfect. Oh, no, not perfect. I need to do down here. Now we're beautiful. Perfect. Up next, I am going to go ahead, I think, you know what, no, we're going to wait. We're not going to do blush yet. I think we're going to move on to our eyes. So, we are going to use, we might use 2 palettes, we might not, I don't know. But I think today I'm going to start with, can you guess it? The Jaclyn Hill X Morphe palette. I do really enjoy this palette. It is an amazing palette. So, the first color we're going to go in with is Silk Cream, which is this color right here. This palette just is, she's been used, Becky, okay? So, I am going to take a BH Cosmetics number 6 brush, I think. You know what? No, we're not going to take that brush. We are going to take this Buffy Blendy brush. Really nice. I'm going to go in right here with Silk Cream, which is this 3rd shade right here. And if y'all have this palette, then y'all can follow along with me. Alright, so I am just going to really rock that right there in the crease. And kind of all over my lid, honestly, because it is such a beautiful, beautiful color. I'm just going to kind of put it all over my lid. It looks a lot darker on camera than it does in person. It actually is, it's about 1 shade darker than my actual skin tone. So it really is a very, very, very nice transition shade for me. I'm going to bring y'all in just a little bit so y'all can see what I'm doing. All right, let's see here. So then we are going to go in with one step down right here, which is the color Pooter. I do basically with every eyeshadow look, I use those two colors because they just look so great on my particular skin tone. So I'm just gonna rock I'm gonna rock the color Pooter directly in the crease, and just the crease from the inner to the outer corner. Beautiful. Alrighty. We're going to take this darker mocha, which is all the way over here, this darker brown. It's like it's a brown color. It's not deep brown, it's like I don't know, it's brown. And then I'm just going to kind of put it right out here on the outer corner. And I'm just putting this color just on the outer corner to kind of deepen the outer corner up just a hair. We're going to do the same on the other side. We're not going too crazy today, but it's okay. Perfect. Now I am going to take a a flatter brush. Let's see here. We're going to take this Morphe, doesn't have a number, Morphe flat brush. It's just it's flat. It is thin, flat. Taking that, and then we're going to take the color Soda Pop, and it is a very deep, rich brown. Like it is it's so dark. All right, and I'm going to take that right here. Ooh, it's kind of like a purpley color. All right, and we're just going to kind of blend it up a little bit. Just trying to bring some deep out there to that corner. All right. Perfect. And it is kind of like have a little bit of a purpley tone to it, but I'm not mad at it. So, all right, now I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the Desert Oasis palette from BH Cosmetics. I do think that this palette is absolutely amazing. It is a beautiful palette. It was less than $20, that's for sure. So I think I'm gonna go in with Utopia today. So I'm going to go in with Utopia. I've never used this color. I just swatched it, but I'm going to go with this one. It's just calling my name today. So I am going to use my finger to put it on. And I'm going to put it from the inner corner all the way to right about where that deeper brown color is. So I normally just start right here in the middle and then work my way in. Oh wow, yeah, that's beautiful. All right, perfect. All right, now let's do the same to this side. Such a pretty color. All right, and I'm thinking maybe I'm going to take a little bit of Terrain right on top of that and just kind of like give it a little bit of lighter. I don't know. Let's just look. All right, perfect. Now I am going to take that Morphe brush one more time, that flat brush. I'm going to take that darker shade in the Morphe palette. Alright, and then I'm going to kind of buff it on there one more time. just to kind of blend the two together so it doesn't look so harsh. Alright guys, so I'm going to go finish up my lashes and then we'll be right back. That dark shade, and I'm going to kind of go across my my lash line, just a hair. Alright, perfect. And then I'm going to take that same brush and I'm going to go in with the same two shades that I used in the beginning, and I'm with the same brush that has that dark shade on it, and I'm just going to put that on the lower lash line. And guys, I'm working on getting some better brushes, which all my brushes are very, very nice. They're very nice to work with. They're not very expensive, so they're affordable, but they're still very nice to work with. But I'm looking into getting maybe some more Morphe brushes where I can actually show you and tell you exactly which brush I'm using for what specific step. So just bear with me while I get... So, lashes are on. Mascara is done. We're looking real smoky. Okay, so let's move on to blush and highlight. So I am going to use Pixie by Petra blush today in Beach Rose. That is the color we're going to be using. Let's see here. We're going to use... Go ahead and use this brush today. The BH Cosmetics 3 brush. It's just a very, very simple, like peachy toned blush. It's not very red, not very like pink. It's just kind of just a little peachy. Alright, and we're just gonna... Very, very pigmented though. It is a very pigmented blush, so... Oh, girl. We're just gonna blend that out just a little bit. Very pretty, very, very pretty blush. Alright, so there is that. Now next we are going to go to Wet n Wild's. We're going to use Wet n Wild's highlighting powder in the color Blossom Glow. That is what we're going to use. Let me get a highlighting brush. There she is. This is a Morphe brush. Again, I don't know why there's not any numbers on it. So, take some Blossom Glow. Do y'all see that? It's literally like my face is wet. It's insane. I love it. Alright, now let's go to this side. Alright, I'm gonna add a little more over here. Gotta add a little up here. Alright, now I do add highlight to my nose. And a little on the Cupid's bow. Do you see how bright that is? Moving it right along, we are going to use... I'm going to use a lip liner today. It is not Drugstore. I'm sorry. This is just my favorite lip liner on the planet. And it is the MAC lip liner in Soar. So... just apply. And guys, I do overline just the slightest little bit. So, now, I know that wasn't Drugstore, but this is Drugstore. This is the L'Oreal, it's a L'Oreal lipstick in the color 802 matte. It's just, I think it's called Surpice. I'm not sure. It's my favorite. It's amazing. Perfect. It is a beautiful, beautiful color. Let's see. Y'all, is that not just absolutely stunning? Okay. And it's so moisturizing. It's just absolutely a phenomenal lipstick. So this is just an amazing lipstick. Alright, so y'all, this is the final look. It's just a kind of simple but not so simple look, and I really enjoyed doing it. So please leave a comment down below of other things that y'all would like to see. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you are new here, thank you so much for watching, and I would really like it if you could like this video if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel, and go ahead and click that notification bell so that way you get notified every time I upload. Right now I'm not really sure what my uploading schedule is, so you can hit that notification bell so you get all the notifications when I upload. Hope you have a great rest of your week.